Okay, good morning everybody and welcome to Lin Physics Classroom. Okay, today I'll be sharing with you my experience in using NotebookLM for the past 1 month. Okay, for my usage of LM has really revolved around my work, whereby I actually use it to help to generate better PowerPoints, better audio files, infographics, etc., so that I can actually use it in class and share with my students. So I will share with you what I've been using it. Hopefully, this actually will help to speed up your learning curve and to make the learning of LM for you less daunting. Okay, now without delaying, let's get right into it. We start with the basic screen. Okay, for us MOE user, okay, once you're inside your MOE account, okay, you'll find that you press the waffle button. Okay, you'll find that NotebookLM icon is here. For the first time user, you'll find that NotebookLM icon is actually all the way at the bottom. So you may want to drag it up so that you can access it easily. So once you are here, okay, you can click on the NotebookLM icon and it will bring you right to call the dashboard for LM. Once you arrive here, this will be the dashboard for your NotebookLM. Okay, so for first time user, you can click on the create notebook, okay, and you will end up with the beginning page. Okay, now for NotebookLM is divided into 3 sections. The first section here on the left is this where you add your source. Okay, it can be files, it can be YouTube channels, it can be URLs, it can be even files on your Google Drive. At the center here is what we call the chat panel. And once you upload your source, the chat panel will actually generate a summary of the sources that's available. And at this point, you actually have a small AI here that you can actually type and interact with it. On the right side, you have a studio. Studio, in the sense that studio is all the possible outputs that we can generate. Audio reviews, audio overviews, you can generate audio files. Slide deck, you can generate PPTs. Video overviews, like what the name mentioned, you can actually generate videos. Mind map, generate mind maps. Reports, okay, it's usually a Word document. It can have a brief reports, briefing notes, or in various format. Flashcards, usually you can use from your source, you can generate flashcards which are useful for revisions or even recaps. Small quiz, MCQ quizzes, infographics. And the best thing is that you can even use LM to actually generate a data table from the sources available. So now, let's look at the first one. How do I add sources? Okay, so let's say you click on the first button, add sources. Okay, you can have, it can be a website, it can be, like I mentioned, it can be a file uploaded, website, drives, or even text. So let's say if I have an audio file, possible PDF file I want to add. So all I need to do is take the audio file, okay, drag it to my to the LM and just drop it here. And you find my source will be uploaded here. Okay, so you can actually drop in a few files to be your sources. So, for example, if I want to drop a second file, it can be a website. Let's say I want a website, so you go to the website you want, copy the URL link. Then after that, okay, click on the website button here. Okay, you click on the link that you want. Okay, then after you press insert. Okay, once it's done, when you press insert, you'll find that the website will be uploaded here as your source. Okay, so eventually, like the NotebookLM, this what can be used as a source actually quite versatile. Okay, it can be ranging from YouTube channels, it can be from websites, files in your Google Drives, it can be a physical file itself. Okay, now one thing to take note from with my experience, okay, one thing to take note is once you uploaded the source, right, you actually can't download it. So you actually need to keep a soft copy of your sources in your own folder. Okay, because once you upload it, you find that you can only either remove the source or rename the source. You actually can't download the source. So once you upload it, there's no way you can download the soft copy. So just things to take note. Now, once you upload it, okay, you'll find that you can click on all sources, or you can click on maybe just one sources for your usage later on. Okay, then like I mentioned before, once you upload the source, okay, the chat panel, the middle panel will actually give you a summary of what is happening here. Okay, a summary of what is of your sources here. Okay, then you find that on the right side, the studio, you'll find that all the gray out buttons all appear colored again. So actually you can use it directly. Okay, so if you want to create a mind map of maybe I just want the mind map of my HQSCC, so uncheck the sources uniform ethics. So you only want to use one sources. You can click on mind map, click on it. He will generate the mind map directly. Now, what happens is if you want to, let's say example, use the same source, okay? Okay. Then after that, want to use same source and you want to create a flashcard. Okay, so you click on the arrow button here on the flashcard. Okay, now at this instance here, you find that there are certain instances. You can say you can choose a certain setting like defaults, fewer flashcards. You can set the mode to be easy, difficult, or hard. Now, this text box here is actually some of the requirements that you might want the LM to take note. So, for example, you can be you can tell them the first four is about revision, okay? Or it can be about revision. Then the second four is about summary of the website. So basically, what this box here does serve is actually for the user actually to type out some of the requirements or some of the criteria that you have. You can type it in so that the LM and the AIs at the back end can actually generate the flashcard as close as to my requirements lah. So in the sense that it's like a prompt, or it can serve as a guideline for the AI to actually create something. Okay, if you leave it blank, the AI will base on its own database and it will generate a possible flashcard that will actually suits your sources. Okay, so just take note, sometimes their suitability and our suitability is actually a bit different. Now the mind map, okay, is ready. So let's take a look. Once it's ready, you can click on it. If you click, it will show you the mind map directly. So this is what happened. Okay, it will generate nicely for you. Okay, you can click on the arrow buttons to get into deeper and to the deeper section. Okay, if you want to download it, okay, feel free to click on the download button. Then you will download. Okay, then after that you can actually have a copy of it on your desktop as a picture. Okay, with all the expansion. Okay, mind map something. Okay, so this is a picture of the mind map itself. Here. Okay, so now for my set 4 practical electricity, so I actually will use the prompt here and tell me to generate the slide decks. Okay, so the slide 3, slide 4 will be hazard of using electricity. 5 to 8 will be safety features. 9 will be the slide itself, the mind map of and then after that, slide 10 will be a MCQ quiz. So once you are okay, you click send. Okay, you'll find that the AI will scan your text, scan your sources. Then after that, he will actually generate a slide deck. Okay, let's take a look there. Take a look, then he will be generating. Okay, so same thing as because remember at the beginning of my prompt, I say slide deck. If you want infographic, you can just say create an infographic. If you want a quiz, okay, you can generate a quiz. Now, things to take note. One of the pitfalls that I've learned throughout my 1 month of using LM is that the generation is not as fast as we want. So whenever I generate a slide deck, okay, it doesn't come out like within minutes or within 2 or 3 minutes. It actually takes a longer time. So for example, sometimes if I create a slide deck, 10 slides, it actually takes me around 10 to 15 minutes to generate this particular slide deck. So just take note, okay, the generation may not be very, very instantaneous. Okay, so while waiting, okay, let's move on first. Okay, now for audio file is one of the interesting thing. Audio file, actually, if you generate audio file same thing based on the requirements, okay, he will actually generate the audio file. Under audio file, there are 2 mode of using it. For example, you click the play button, okay, the audio file will come up. Now, then on the other hand, you can do the interactive modes. So behind okay, this is the interactive mode. Okay, the good thing about interactive mode is that you can actually interact with the audio file itself. Let's take a look. High voltage energy. Okay, so this is a summary of the audio file of my sources between two hosts. Okay, now you can actually jump in to ask questions like this. Press the join button. Okay, hello. Okay, can I just check with you? Can you give me a summary of what are the possible hazards of using electricity? So now I ask my question. Dive into exactly that. And the host actually will interact with you, will reply your questions. So the audio file in this version, the interactive version, actually allows the user to actually interact with the host, with the audio file itself. So it becomes maybe interviewing sessions whereby between 2 DJs, and you is the participant that will call in to actually ask questions, which is actually quite interesting. Okay, so for interactive mode, for audio file, this interactive mode is something that I think is quite quite unique and quite useful lah. Okay, so you may want to nose dive into it. Same thing, you can share and download also. Now for infographics, okay, same thing as before. Once you update your prompt, you can actually ask them to generate the infographics, and you can actually download or you can just share it. Now here you go. Okay, so this is the infographic that I asked it to generate. Okay, so based on my sources. Now just take note. Okay, for NotebookLM, okay, if the moment you ask using the same source and you ask it to generate the infographic or any file first time, and using the same source and you actually ask it to generate the same thing again, you'll find that the output is actually different. Okay, so like this. So you look at the two infographics that I mentioned, using the same sources and using the same default requirements, you'll find that the output is actually different. Okay, this is the second version. This is the first version. Okay, so in the sense that this is one of the good thing and the bad thing about LM. The good thing about LM is that the generations and the creation is actually quite unique at every rounds. Of course, the bad thing is that if you have, let's say, example, for this particular round, I want the left side, which is quite unique, which is what I want. But the right side is the one that I want to change it. But there isn't, so far I haven't found a way whereby I can actually log in to my left side and actually change the right side. Right, so the moment, no matter what prompt I give him, the moment I click generate, the second infographic that come out is always different from the first one. Right, so this is one of the pros and cons about this generation, LM generations. Where these problems, these pros and cons actually applies to all possible sources here. Where be it video outputs, be it mind map, flashcard, infographics. Okay, every generation it will come out with a different idea here. Okay, so in the sense that for me, when I generate infographics, so let's say if I want to, I have two infographics. So if I want to combine them, I actually go back to Gemini, the AI Gemini, and ask Gemini actually to merge the file together based on the prompt, based on the using prompts. So I will use Gemini actually to edit the picture. Same thing. Okay, now we move on to quiz. Okay, if you have quiz, same thing as before, you can select different requirements and you can type in the requirements that you need. Same as infographics, same as PowerPoint slides. So once you generate the quiz, same thing, if you can click on it, okay, to take a look at the quiz. Okay, so you can retake the quiz, for example, the quiz. Okay, maximize it. Okay, so the quiz is a MCQ quiz. Okay, so you click. Okay, the moment you click, he will tell you the answer already. Okay, and then after he will give you a bit of feedback, which some of the feedback actually quite accurate. Okay, then you can move on. Okay, then after that, so once you reach the end of the 10 question, he will give you a brief summary of your attempt. So after how many rights, how many wrong, how many skip. Okay, what are the topics covered? Okay, and what are the areas I want to learn, so that the AI itself can actually generate a new quiz for you. Okay, so if I want to click on portfolio development on a particular section of this source, I can actually you can actually click on generate quiz and the AI will generate a new quiz for you. Or if you want, I can actually retake or review the quiz itself. Okay. Now the next one will be flashcard. Flashcard is quite straightforward. What you generate, it will be a typical flashcard mode whereby the questions are here. Then you will see what are the three core areas, so you can actually regurgitate. Maybe you can voice out or you can verbalize what the answers. Once the answer is okay, you can press the space button to flip. Okay, then you will give an answer. Okay, then after that you can move on to the next question. Okay, once you're okay, you can click or you can press the space bar to actually show the answer. So it's more like a quick recap for myself. Okay, so if you can also share this with the kids. Okay, you can also share with the students. So now we have covered flashcard, mind maps, most of the items here. Video so far generation, I have not generated any video so far, but from the feedback from my other colleagues, so far video generation is quite okay, as in the sense that he is unable to create those, those real life, the video that doesn't include those real life characters moving and talking about. Video overview here primarily, it revolves around like maybe the video output is more like a video animated PowerPoint slides with people talking at the background. Maybe the cartoon, there'll be a bit of cartoon or kawaii instances. Usage of video, to be honest, I have not been using it. So if you have done it, you may want to share with me, or you can just drop me a link or drop me a comment so to let me know about your experience with the video generation in NotebookLM. Okay. Okay, with this, this will roughly mark the end of what I mean, my exposure to LM so far. Okay, with this, this will be the end of my experience with LM. So far, I would say that for my personal experience of using LM for myself, in the sense that LM is really, really a powerful tool for us to actually tap on. Okay, be it to generate new slides or even to generate infographics for use in lesson, which is actually quite powerful. Really actually open up the new doorways for me, because in the sense that I can't draw, so in the past I never been using infographics. So now with LM, infographics actually helps me to come up with nice summaries for the kids or for the students to actually for them to read. So like just in time revisions, picture or pictogram or even comic for them. So my take on LM is actually a good tool for us to actually invest on it. So we actually should actually try out as often as we can, so that we can familiarize with the tool itself. Okay. Now with this, this is where I end off. Okay, if you have any comments about or any feedbacks on NotebookLM, please leave me a comments at my video below so that I can actually look at it or I can actually improve on myself. Okay, if not, thank you. Bye bye.